صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Hadith Kisa, the event of the cloak. One day, the Holy Prophet Muhammad ﷺ went to the house of his daughter Bibi Fatima Zahra alayhi salam. After exchanging greetings, he asked her to give him a kisa, a blanket or a large shawl. She gave him the kisa and he wrapped himself in it. After that, there was another knock on the door, and it was her son, Imam Hassan alayhi salam. He said, "Assalamu alaikum, my mother." Bibi Fatima alayhi salam replied, "Wa alaikum assalam, O apple of my eyes and the light of my heart." He then said that he could feel that his grandfather was in the house. She said yes, he was beneath the kisa. Imam Hassan alayhi salam went to his grandfather and after exchanging greetings, asked him if he could join him beneath the kisa. The Prophet ﷺ agreed, and Imam Hassan alayhi salam went under the kisa. A few moments later, Imam Hussein alayhi salam knocked on the door. He said, "Assalamu alaikum," to his mother. Bibi Fatima alayhi salam replied, "Wa alaikum assalam, O the apple of my eyes and the light of my heart." Then Imam Hussein alayhi salam said that he could smell the fragrance of his grandfather in the house. His mother said that he was beneath the kisa. Imam Hussein alayhi salam went to his grandfather and after salam asked for his permission to enter the kisa with him. The Prophet ﷺ allowed Imam Hussein alayhi salam to join him under the kisa. Imam Ali alayhi salam then knocked on the door and greeted Bibi Fatima Zahra and said that he could feel that his cousin was at their house. Bibi Fatima alayhi salam said that the Prophet ﷺ was with their two sons beneath the kisa. Imam Ali alayhi salam asked the Prophet ﷺ if he could join them. The Prophet ﷺ agreed. Bibi Fatima alayhi salam then came and asked if she could join them. The Prophet ﷺ agreed. While they were under the cloak, the Prophet ﷺ said, "O Allah, these are my Ahlul Bayt. Their flesh is my flesh, and their blood is my blood. Whoever hurts them hurts me too. I am at war with those at war with them. I am at peace with those at peace with them. I am the enemy of their enemy and the friend of their friends. They are from me and I am from them." Then Allah said to his angels, "Surely I have not created the elevated sky, the stretched earth, the illuminated moon, the bright sun, the rotating planets, the flowing seas, and the sailing ships, but for the love of these five underneath the cloak." Angel Jibreel asked Allah who was under the kisa. Allah said it was Bibi Fatima alayhi salam, her father, her husband, and her sons. Salawat. Jibreel asked if he could join them and came down to earth. After greetings, he asked the Prophet ﷺ if he could join them. The Prophet ﷺ agreed. Jibreel had the following message from Allah. Allah desires to keep away uncleanliness from you, O people of the household Ahlul Bayt, and purify you with the perfect purification. Salawat. Prophet ﷺ said, "Wherever my followers and friends gather and mention this event, Allah will bestow on them His mercy. Angels will surround them, asking Allah for forgiveness of their sins until they leave." He also said, "Whoever listens to this event shall have his grief removed, and distress will be dispelled, and all wishes granted." Imam Ali alayhi salam replied, "Surely by the Lord of the Kaaba, we and our followers are the winners and the blessed in this world and the next. Salawat. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yasin wal Quran al-Hakim. Innaka laminal mursalin ala siratam mustaqim. Tanzil al-Aziz ar-Rahim. لتنذر قوما أنذر آباءهم فهم غافلون. لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون. إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون. وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون. وسواء عليهم أنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون. إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب فبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم. إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما كذبوا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين. واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون. قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون. قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين. قالوا إني تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب أليم. قالوا طائركم معكم وإن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون. وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسأل قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون. وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون. أتخذ من دونه آلهة أن يردن الرحمن بضر لا تغني عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون. إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين. إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون. قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون. بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين. وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين. إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون. يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون. ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون. وإن كل لما جميع الذين محضرون. وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنه يأكلون. وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أفلا يشكرون. سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون. وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون. والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم. والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى
فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في الصور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا محضرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم ممتاز اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أعهد إليكم يا بني آدم ألا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدوني هذا صراط مستقيم لقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلا تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كنتم يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسخناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نعمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يأكلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويهد القول والكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملته أيدينا أنعاما فهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند مهزرون فليحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم يرى الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هم خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلق قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشأها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه تأكلون وليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت بكل شيء وإليه ترجعون فاتحة سورة فاتحة
Muhammad wa ali Muhammad salawat. Tonight's Tabarruk has been sponsored by Abbas Isa and family. Let us all recite Surah Fatiha for all the marhumin, for the Isa family, and for all arwah al-mu'mineen wal-mu'minat. Surah al-Mubarakatul Fatiha.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahmanir-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdina as-siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qul huwallahu ahad. Allahus samad. Lam yalid wa lam yulad wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad.
Salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد.
हम मुसाफिर है मजबूर है, 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 जुल्म डाल नाए ज़ालिमा, हम मुसाफिर है मजबूर है, जुल्म डाल नाए ज़ालिमा, हम मुसाफिर है मजबूर है, दिल जलाओ नाए ज़ालिमो, हम मुसाफिर है मजबूर है, जुल्म उड़ाओ नाए ज़ालिमो, हम मुसाफिर है मजबूर है। मेरा नाना रसूल खुदा, मेरा बाबा अली मर्तज़ा, कलमा जो हो तो सुन लो ज़रा, छोड़ दो तुम मेरा रास्ता, यूं सिताओ नाए ज़ालिमो, हम मुसाफिर है मजबूर है, जुल्म उड़ाओ नाए ज़ालिमो, हम मुसाफिर है मजबूर है। है चला घर से बने अली, करके नाना से वादा यही, चाहे ईमान तो कितनी बली, मैं बुझाऊंगा दीने नबी, यूं बुलाओ नाए ज़ालिमो, हम मुसाफिर है मजबूर है, जुल्म उड़ाओ नाए ज़ालिमो, हम मुसाफिर है मजबूर है। लापे तस्बीर शुक्र खुदा, शेर कल जसर करबला, ऐसा सजदा करूँगा अदा, नाज़ जश पर करे अम्बिया, आजमाओ नए जालिमों हम मुसाफिर है मजबूर है जुल्म उड़ाओ नए जालिमों हम मुसाफिर है मजबूर है अपने हाथों पे असगर लिए शाह मजलूम ते कह रहे कत्ल करना है कर दो मुझे घूंट पानी पिला दो ऐसे यूं दिलाओ नए जालिमों हम मुसाफिर है मजबूर है जुल्म उड़ाओ नए जालिमों हम मुसाफिर है मजबूर है
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Even though he was as strong as an iron board, they still attacked him with swords. He was a fighter, but the fire in his heart burned brighter. The enemies did not take it lightly. They attacked daily and nightly. They never fed him and oppressed him till he was dead. Salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allahumma salli ala Fatimata wa abiha wa baliha wa baniha wa sirril mustawdi'i fiha adadi ma ahatta bi'ilmuka. Salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
I saw my father beheaded lying on the ground. I saw my brother Akbar in his own blood he was drowned. Where is Oscar? I can't hear him cry. Nothing, not a sound. I saw my uncle Abbas, his head with arrows was crowned. I saw my cousin Qasim, his body blood did surround. Then the enemy stole my earrings and chased me around and round. I am Sakina, I'm only 4. Water from me for 3 days they did keep. Now I am in this jail, a dungeon so very deep. I have no tears, I am drained, I cannot even sleep. I remember the events in Taf and then I start to weep. My aunt Zainab is tired and my brother is sick and frail. I want to see my sister Sugar and I want back my veil. Instead they bring my father's head. I scream in my heart, I start to wail. Oh Shia, don't forget my troubles. I'm Sakina. I was only a child and I died in this very jail. Oh Sakina, your grief is too heavy for my heart. Nanat on you Yazid and Ya Hussein Zindabad. Salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. محمد وآل محمد صلوات.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي صلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
These are ayahs 25 to 28 of Surah Taha. It is a prayer from Prophet Musa to Allah. Prophet Musa asks Allah to give him the strength and courage to speak to others, and I ask the same. To all those present in the Majlis, Assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة.
Before I go on any further, let us remember all of our Muslim brothers and sisters who are sick or suffering around the world, especially in Bahrain, Syria, Iraq, and Pakistan, and for the safety of Ayatollah Sistani, and for the quick reappearance of our 12th Imam, Imam Mehdi. Let us recite 5 times Mayujib. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Amma yujibul mustareza da wa yakshifu su. 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 Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala Muhammad. Today I will be talking about good qualities in Muslims. One such good quality that all Muslims should have is truthfulness. I will share a story about truthfulness. This story is called The Emperor and the Seed. Once there was an emperor and he was growing old and he knew he needed to choose a successor. The emperor, instead of choosing one of his assistants or children, decided to call upon all the young men in the kingdom. He gave them each a seed and told them to water it, and after 1 year they would come back to him and he would choose the next emperor based on those seeds. One boy who got a seed was named Ling. He went home and started to water the seed. A couple of weeks passed and nothing grew. He heard other people talking about their plans and he felt like such a failure. 1 year passed, and Ling and all the other men brought their pots to the emperor. Ling tried to hide his in the back. The emperor looked at the pots, and when he saw Ling, he told the guards to bring Ling up to the front. The emperor told Ling that he was the new emperor. Upon seeing all the new confused looks, he said, "I gave each of you a burnt seed in the beginning. Most of you found out and switched the seeds. Ling was the only one that was honest enough to bring back the original plan. Therefore, he is your new emperor." As we can see from the story, this story shows that the truth can get you far in life, and is an excellent quality to have to really be a follower of Ahlul Bayt and an ambassador in representing Islam. Salawat.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
Another quality that Muslims should have is love for your brother. The Prophet once said, "Love for your brother what you love for yourself." This story is called Shuaib and the Automobile. Shuaib received an automobile from his brother as an Eid present. On Eid day, when Shuaib came out of his house, a street urchin was walking around the shiny new car, admiring it. Is this your car, uncle?" he asked. Shuaib nodded. "My brother gave it to me for Eid." The boy was astounded. "You mean your brother gave it to you and it didn't cost you nothing? Boy, I wish," he hesitated. Of course Shuaib knew what he was going to wish for. He was going to wish he had a brother like that. But what the lad said stunned Shuaib all the way down to his heels. "I wish," the boy went on, "that I could be a brother like that." Shuaib looked at the boy in astonishment. Then impulsively he added, "Would you like to take a ride in my automobile?" The boy said, "Oh yes, I'd love that." After a short ride, the boy turned with his eyes aglow and said, "Uncle, would you mind driving in front of my house?" Shuaib smiled a little. He thought he knew what the lad wanted. He wanted to show his neighbors that he could ride home in a big automobile. But Shuaib was wrong again. "Will you stop where those 2 steps are?" the boy asked. He ran up the steps. Then in a little while, Shuaib heard him coming back, but he was not coming fast. He was carrying his little crippled brother. He sat him down on the bottom step, then sort of squeezed him up against him and pointed to the car. There it is, little brother, just like I told you upstairs. His brother gave it to him for Eid and it didn't cost him a penny. And someday I'm going to give you one just like it. Then you can see for yourself all the shiny, pretty things in the shop windows that I've been trying to tell you about. Shuaib got out and lifted the boy to the front seat of his car. The shining-eyed older brother climbed in beside him, and the three of them began a memorable ride. That Eid, Shuaib learned what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam meant when he had said, "Love for your brother what you love for yourself." Could you just imagine that scene? Shuaib needed a jolt in his life, and we do too. In the story, love for a brother is a physical quality we need to show towards one another. The entire tragedy of Karbala is an example of showing love for your brother. Now, brother doesn't literally mean just a brother, but rather a person. All of the personalities in Karbala loved others more than themselves. Love must be proved by sacrifice and action, not just the words. There is something we need to ponder about. This is something we need to ponder about. Salawat. Lastly, I would like to end with a story entitled The King and the Poor Man. This is a story that shows that our ending is all the same. Our status in this world means nothing. The notion here is to recognize that when our bodies will decompose, there will be nothing that will remain of us. The point being that we are from Allah, and to Him we shall return. So we need to have a greater focus on our final destination. There was a king who decided to take a tour of his country. As he passed by different places, everyone rushed to see him. However, while passing by a certain place, he noticed a poor old man who did not pay any attention to the king's arrival and remained engaged in his own activities. The king went up to the poor man and asked why he did not join the people to see him. The poor man replied, "Before you, there was another king who passed by this place. Everyone gathered to see him as well. But a few days later, he died and was buried in a place nearby. A poor man also died during that time and was buried near the king's grave. After some time, a strong flood passed through that area, causing those graves to overturn. As a result, the bones of the poor man became mixed with those of the king's. We could not differentiate between them any longer. After seeing this, it does not matter to me anymore as to who is king and who is just a beggar. In the end, our home is the same. Allah judges us all based on taqwa. This is His only criterion." Imam Zain al-Abidin was always preaching the importance of taqwa. All his life, he connected the tragedy of Karbala as a means to getting closer to Allah. He showed us how tears soften our hearts. Imam Hussein displayed the ultimate act of sacrifice and love on the 10th of Muharram. Imam Zain al-Abidin chose to take the high road and focus on the teachings and lessons from Karbala and being the best example in representing Islam through his akhlaq. Imam Zain al-Abidin never forgot the events of Karbala, even until his last breath. He could have easily lived out the rest of his life in anger and hate, but instead he took every opportunity to share about Imam Hussein. Even when a butcher wanted to slay his animal, Imam Zain al-Abidin would ask if he had given water to the animal. When the butcher said, "Yes, of course, that is what Islam recommends," Imam Zain al-Abidin would cry then, saying, "But they did not give water to my beloved father Hussein before they butchered him." When seeing other children, Imam Zain al-Abidin would always remember his sister Sakina. He would remember being in shackles and his hands shaking. He would remember how his hands were sweaty and his heart was heavy. He would remember how when she died, her body was cold, and how his little sister's body was limp. Her body remained in that dreadful prison, that prison in Sham. He had the strongest heart and iman to survive the tortures, and then Imam Zain al-Abidin met a horrible death at the age of 57, the same age as his beloved father, his aunt Zainab, and his son. By the instructions of Walid bin Marwan, the governor of Medina, Imam was poisoned by Hisham ibn Abdul Malik, that jealous man. When Imam was feeling the effects of the poison in his body, when his body was trembling on the deathbed, Imam Bakr was close to him and Imam Zain al-Abidin turned away. Imam Bakr thought that he had did something wrong. When he inquired, Imam Zain al-Abidin cried and said that he was thinking of Aba Abdullah, that how he was lucky to have his son next to him. But oh, Aba Abdullah, how he was alone. How unlucky he was to not be able to be next to his thirsty father as he lay on the sands of Karbala with his body trampled upon. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. By Allah's mercy, Imam Zain al-Abidin is buried in Jannat al-Baqi in Medina. May Allah grant us the ability to go for ziyarat in Medina and Karbala. May we be in the army of Imam Mahdi alayhi salam. Ameen. May Allah grace us the ability to have the qualities of truthfulness, remembrance of Allah, the love for your brother, and the power of prostration. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifin wa salamun ala mursalina walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Rabbana taqabbal minna innaka anta samiul alim. Matama Hussein.
Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein. Ya Hussein.
زنا أقوى من الميدان هيا حسين هيا مظلوم هيا سيدا छोड़ के ज़ेरा माँ जाया आंखें करती है तूने नहाया तेना में कुछ राह सुनाया
جناك من الميدان علي وولاي وحسين. Hussein.
Oh, the son of Muhammad, oh, the son of Ali, oh, the love of Fatima, oh, the love of Fatima. Ya Garib-e Karbala, 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 Savior of humanity, axis of equality, Savior of humanity, axis of equality, source of spirituality, symbol of purity. Oh Hussein, you're the will of God. Oh Hussein, you're the will of God. Strike on brutality. Ya Garib-e Karbala, Ya Garib-e Karbala, Ya Garib-e Karbala, Ya Garib-e Karbala. Oh, the love of Almighty, victim of brutality. Oh, the love of Almighty, victim of brutality. To revive morality, he sacrificed your family by the side of flowing river, by the side of flowing river. Oh Hussein, you died thirsty. Oh Hussein, you died thirsty. Ya Garib-e Karbala, Ya Garib-e Karbala, Ya Garib-e Karbala, Ya Garib-e Karbala, Ya Garib-e Karbala. Your blood spilled in oppression, your kids fresh aggression. Your blood spilled in oppression, your kids face aggression. Oh Hussein, you stood for love. Oh Hussein, you stood for peace. Oh Hussein, you spread justice. Oh, the ship of salvation. Ya Garib-e Karbala, 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 Ya Garib-e Karbala. Ya Hussein.
Hussein, Ya Hussein.
fall. Thank you. Hussein, ya Hussein, Hussein, ya Hussein, Hussein, ya Hussein, Hussein, ya Hussein. Kullu yawmin ashura, kullu ardhin Karbala. Hussein, ya Hussein, Hussein, ya Hussein. वर्षे इल्मे नबी या हुसैन इब्ने अली इरशाद के सिमली जिंदगी हमको यही वर्षे इल्मे नबी या हुसैन इब्ने अली इरशाद के सिमली जिंदगी हमको यही दस्त करबल में तेरा लाश तीरों पे पड़ा रो रही है जमी आसमां रोता रहा आए मादर रो तेरी करती रही ए मेरे प्यारे हुसैन गॉड में आओ जरा सराकत फातिमता अल हुसैन उल कतला यरकुदु अल इस्तिहाम व हबीबी वलदी वारिसे इल्मे नबी या हुसैन इब्ने अली इरशाद के सिमली जिंदगी हमको यही वारिसे इल्मे नबी या हुसैन इब्ने अली इरशाद के सिमली जिंदगी हमको यही तेरी असगर का कला तेरी अकबर का जिगर भाई अब्बास के गम में तेरी टूटी कमर आर पामाल बदन रन में कासिम का हुआ एक दिन में ही लूटा करबला में तेरा कर दुबी हो कुल्लू बनीन तशकुरु अंत जबीन तशकुरु खालिक का या इलाहा अल अजली वारिसे इल्मे नबी या हुसैन इब्ने अली इरशाद के सिमली जिंदगी हमको यही वारिसे इल्मे नबी या हुसैन इब्ने अली इरशाद के सिमली जिंदगी हमको यही रन में तलवार बिना आए अब्बास अली हर तरफ हमला हुआ मुश्क पानी भी चीटी आंख में तीर लगा और पाँव वास्ते हुआ दोनों बाजू को कटा के गिरा अब्बास जरी वह हुआ कुल्लु अल वफा यशरुकु बरवस्समा सदकत अब्बास जरी मिन हिसीन कशबी वारिसे इल्मे नबी या हुसैन इब्ने अली इरशाद के सिमली जिंदगी हमको यही वारिसे इल्मे नबी या हुसैन इब्ने अली इरशाद के सिमली जिंदगी हमको यही
हुसैन या हुसैन
Zafan Sayyidi Ya Hussein, I will come crawling to you, Hussein. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. They could cut my arms and my legs. They could take everything that I have. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. Every day it cuts me inside. I'm so very far from your side. I would give away these eyes just to catch a glimpse of your shrine. If I have to cross the seas and every desert in between, I will come crawling to you, Hussein. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. They could cut my arms and my legs. They could take everything that I have. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. I will come crawling to you, Hussein.
Hussein, in the love of my master Hussein. In this universe, there's no pain that can ever keep me away. Every inch that I come your way, every beat of my heart will say, I will come crawling to you, Hussein. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. They could cut my arms and my legs, they could take everything that I have. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. If I lose my family and friends, and my life's coming to an end, if I lose my feet and hands, if I can no longer stand, if I stumble 1,000 times, if the journey's 1,000 miles, I will come crawling to you, Hussein. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. And my legs, it could take everything that I have. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. You just have to look at this world, see your lovers are tortured and hurt. They can use their tanks and their guns. We will stand together as one. They can tear us limb from limb, but our soul will save from within. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. They could cut my arms and my legs, they could take everything that I have. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. They could put a gun to my head and can threaten to shoot me dead. They can wound me till I'm red. They can try to kill me, and yet with my every remaining breath, with every ounce of strength I possess, I will come crawling to you, Hussein. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. They could cut my arms and my legs, they could take everything that I have. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. This is now my state, oh Hussein. I am so overwhelmed with pain. Who can I turn to and explain all the grief that my heart now contains? Who can I now call for help? Pinning all my hopes on yourself. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. They could cut my arms and my legs, they could take everything that I have. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. I will come crawling to you, Hussein. Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein.
عدو لمن عاداكم سلم لمن
سالمكم حرب لمن حاربكم لمن والاكم وعدو لمن عاداكم
لمن سالمكم حرب لمن
حاربكم والاكم وعدو لمن عاداكم
لمن سالمكم حرب لمن حاربكم لمن سالمكم حرب لمن حاربكم يا أبا الأحرار يا أبا الأحرار كل يوم أحرار كل أرض أحرار يا أبا الأحرار يا أبا الأحرار مولا جان نبي कहा तुझको सलाम कौने ज़रा तू हैदर है बाबा तेरा अस्सलाम अलैका या हुसैन या इब्न अली व ज़रा अस्सलाम अलैका या मौला या अबा अब्दिल्लाह सिलमुन
لمن سالمكم حرب لمن حاربكم ولي لمن والاكم وعدو لمن عاداكم سلم لمن سالمكم حرب لمن حاربكم ولي لمن والاكم وعدو لمن عاداكم
सारे दिन ए हक़ तेरे हुसैन की हो सलाम राज़े है तुमसे मौला यानी के राज़ी है खुदा अलैकुम मेरी जानिया सलाम अलैहि रब्बाना मा बक़िया लैलु वन्नहार या अंसार दीनिल्लाह
لمن سالمكم حرب لمن حاربكم ولي لمن والاكم وعدو لمن عاداكم سلم لمن سالمكم حرب لمن حاربكم ولي لمن والاكم وعدو لمن عاداكم
या हुसैन 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 या हुसैन
اللهم قل وليك حجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وحافظا حتى تسكنه أرضك طوعا وتمتعه فيها طويلا
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
Assalamu alaikum ya Rasulullah. Assalamu alaikum ya Amir al-Mu'minin. Ya Abi ibn Abi Talib. Assalamu alaikum ya Fatima al-Zahra Sayyidi Nisa al-Alamin. Assalamu alaikum ya Hassan Ali Mujtaba. Assalamu alaikum ya Hussein Shahid bi Karbala. Assalamu alaikum Jami'an Shuhada Karbala. Wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum ya Ali bin al-Hussein Zain al-Abidin. Assalamu alaikum ya Muhammad ibn Ali al-Baqir. Assalamu alaikum ya Jafar ibn Muhammad al-Sadiq. Assalamu alaikum ya Musa ibn Jafar al-Qadim. Assalamu alaikum ya Ali ibn Musa al-Rada. Assalamu alaikum ya Muhammad ibn Ali al-Taqi. Assalamu alaikum ya Ali ibn Muhammad al-Naqi. Assalamu السلام عليكم يا إمام الإنس والجن. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.